Parents often pit their kids against each other, creating a star and a failure. But guess what? The real world, the corporate world, doesn't care who your mother's favorite was. It only cares about results. I was having dinner at this really nice steakhouse the other night when I noticed a woman, let's call her Lily, interviewing a candidate at the table next to me. The interview seemed pretty intense. After the candidate left, looking dejected, Lily caught my eye and we started chatting. She told me something that completely blew my mind. The person she had just rejected for a job was her own sister. And not just any sister, the perfect child. The one who used to mock Lily for her bad grades and always made her feel like a disappointment. Lily grew up in the shadow of her older sister. While her sister was acing exams and collecting academic awards, Lily was struggling just to pass. Her parents made it clear who the star of the family was. They would constantly compare them, saying things like, "Why can't you be more like your sister?" Lily felt like the family failure, the one who would never amount to anything. The constant comparison was a heavy burden, and she carried that feeling of being less than for years. It was a classic case of the comparison trap, and it shaped her entire childhood. But here's where the story takes a turn. The perfect sister who had sailed through school with top grades found the real world a lot harder to navigate. She went to a prestigious university, got a fancy degree, and landed what seemed like a dream job at a big corporation. But the pressure was immense. The real world wasn't like a textbook. There were no clear-cut answers, and the high-stakes environment started to wear her down. She couldn't handle the ambiguity and the relentless demand for results, not just good grades. She experienced severe burnout, hopped from job to job, and slowly lost her way, her confidence completely shattered. Meanwhile, Lily, the supposed disappointment, took a different path. Knowing a traditional university wasn't for her, she enrolled in a trade school to learn a practical skill. She discovered she had a knack for it and, more importantly, a passion. After graduating, she started her own small business from her garage. It wasn't glamorous at first. She worked grueling hours, faced countless setbacks, and had to learn everything about business the hard way. But unlike her sister, Lily was used to struggling. She was resilient. She knew how to pick herself up after failure and keep pushing forward. Slowly but surely, her business grew. It expanded, she hired employees, and before she knew it, she was the founder of a multi-million-dollar company. And that brings us back to the steakhouse. Imagine the scene. Lily's sister, desperate for a job after her latest corporate flameout, applies for a position at a thriving company she found online. She has no idea who the founder is. She walks into the final interview prepared to impress the boss and sees her little sister, the one she used to look down on, sitting across the table, ready to decide her fate. Lily told me it was the most surreal moment of her life. She saw the shock, the confusion, and then the slow dawning of reality on her sister's face. She wasn't bitter. She just saw two people whose lives had gone in completely opposite directions than anyone, especially their parents, would have ever predicted. It just goes to show you, the labels we're given as kids don't define our futures. True success comes from resilience, not just a report card. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content. See you next time.